Let's talk about this, Naltrexone. I get this question quite a bit. There's other drugs out there that people are prescribed to help them stop drinking. So what I will say is that these drugs can work. The problem is you're not really getting to the root of the issue of why you're drinking, and you're not changing your mindset around alcohol.
Okay, I just wanted to quickly respond to this video where the gentleman shared his opinion about naltrexone for alcohol use disorder. As someone who used this medication for a year to overcome alcohol addiction following the Sinclair Method, and today I'm about 5 years alcohol free. I no longer take naltrexone, but I largely attribute my sobriety to the help of the medication naltrexone. Now, everything I share in this video, it's not medical advice, it's just based on my personal experience of using the medication. So I struggled with alcohol for about 10 years, and I tried to quit drinking dozens of times. And what would happen for me is I kept relapsing over and over and over again. And I really believe this is because ultimately what was going on is that my brain was addicted to alcohol and my brain wanted alcohol. So I was just constantly fighting a craving every single day, and eventually it would lead me to relapsing again. Now, what naltrexone did for me, and I took this medication following the Sinclair Method, so I took it 1 hour before drinking, and I did this for a year. And what naltrexone did for me is that I feel like over time it completely eliminated my cravings and my thoughts for alcohol. It gave me back control over alcohol, and by not thinking about drinking as much, by not craving alcohol as much, I got to a place where I had so much more mental clarity and mental space and emotional space to really do the healing and the inner inquiry and the self-work that is required to overcome alcohol addiction. Before I started on naltrexone, what would happen is that I would try to do this inner work, but daily I was just fighting that urge to drink. Every day I wanted to drink, and I was just resisting that temptation every single day. I made it sober 6 months one time before naltrexone, and I just remember thinking, I'm going to relapse again one day. It's just a matter of like how long I can stay sober based on my willpower. Now, I know, of course, people get sober without naltrexone. I don't pretend it's the only way for people to recover. But for me, it was the game changer to my recovery from alcohol addiction, because I felt like my brain became de-addicted from the alcohol. I started to, have alcohol-free days, and they wouldn't be difficult. I would just feel like I didn't feel like drinking that day, so I would easily just not drink. It wasn't a white-knuckled experience like it was for me before this medicine. And over the course of a year using this medication following the Sinclair Method, my drinking just gradually and continually reduced more and more. I started the treatment as a daily, very heavy drinker, binge drinker, and after 1 year on the treatment, I was literally drinking 1 glass of wine once a month. And today, I'm over 5 years alcohol free, a little over 5 years alcohol free because of this treatment. I no longer take naltrexone because through the Sinclair Method, what it did for me is it allowed me to reach pharmacological extinction of the alcohol addiction, which essentially means the addiction is reversed from my brain and the results are permanent. So I literally have no desire for alcohol. I don't crave alcohol. I don't think about drinking. And in fact, like if I'm around alcohol, it's just a little bit like repulsive and gross to me. So I truly feel completely healed of my alcohol addiction because of this medication. Now, just because I was taking a medication doesn't mean I wasn't doing all of the other inner work to heal from the alcohol addiction. I think that comes along with it. Like if someone's taking a pill to lose weight, they're going to have to change their habits and how they're eating and how they're exercising as well. And so that's how it was for me with the medication. Like the medication for me helped quiet the craving and the desire for alcohol. So I actually had the mental capacity to think about, who am I? Why am I drinking? What things can I do outside of alcohol? Do I need to go to therapy? What kind of traumas do I have that I need to resolve? And all of that for me was really hard to uncover and get to when I would try to quit drinking before this medicine, and I was just battling that craving every single day. So I just wanted to respond with my 2 cents about my personal experience using naltrexone following the Sinclair Method. If you're not familiar with this medication, it's got decades of research behind it, proving that it's actually super effective at helping a lot of people overcome alcohol addiction. And the Sinclair Method is a specific protocol that I used in order to reach, again, like I said, I got to pharmacological extinction, which meant I was just taking naltrexone 1 hour before drinking. And over time, it got rid of my cravings taste for alcohol. It made me have an off switch so that I truly became like a moderate drinker, and got to a place where I was spending most of my time alcohol free, and eventually went alcohol free permanently back in 2018. So if you have any questions about this medication, I'm always happy to chat about it. You can drop it in the comments below. I also have more resources linked in my bio as well. Thanks for listening.